James here from goodguitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play Old Town Road. Now this is just a 4-chord song, and we're going to put the capo on the 4th fret, and that makes it 4 really easy chords. Without the capo, it's mostly bar chords. There's 1 not bar chord and 3 bar chords, so we're going to use this, make it a lot easier to play. I'm going to show you how to do a little intro bit like that. I'll show you how to do that thing, and then I'm just going to show you how to strum it with a pattern. This should be a pretty quick lesson. There's not too much to it. Now, if you find that you're having a bit of trouble with this stuff, like with the basic chord shapes or with reading the tab, I do have a free ebook covering all the basics of rhythm guitar, which I recommend you check out for help with all that stuff. Anyways, we're going to get started with the chord shapes, and then I'll show you that intro melody thing afterwards. So the first chord we need is an E chord. Then we have a G, then a D chord, and finally a C. Now, if you're not familiar with these chord shapes, I recommend taking a moment to work your way through the switches. You don't even have to strum, just start with that E chord and then move your fingers to G. And then from G to D, there's actually a little trick we can do here. We can leave down our 3rd finger. We can just pivot off that finger. Get good at that switch. Then from D to C, there's a little trick with that one too. See these 2 fingers? If you lift off your 1st finger and then you just move these that way, they're in the same shape that you need for the C chord, right? So you just 1, 2, 3, then you add that finger, you get C. And then when you're changing back to the 1st chord, I would move my 1st finger to where it belongs on E. So I just moved it that way once, and then pop these fingers down. So just take a minute with that. You can pause the video and work out the switches. And when you're ready, we're just gonna play downstrokes only. We're not gonna worry about the rhythm yet, just focusing on those chord switches, doing 4 strums on each one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. More times. Alright, so those are the switches. Now let's take a look at the strumming pattern. It goes like this. I'll do it a little bit slower. 3 and 4 and. So that strumming pattern goes down, root, down, down, up. For root, what I mean is to hit the lowest notes on that chord shape. So when we're playing the E chord, we want to hit, the thicker strings of that chord shape. For G, it's around there. When we switch to D, we can't hit these ones anymore because those aren't the lowest notes of the D chord. The lowest notes of the D chord are here. And then for C, and if that's too much for you, just do a normal downstroke. It's no big deal. Anyways, let's just break down this pattern super duper quick. The first half of it is down, root. So we do a downstroke and then a little downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, root, 3, 4. And the second half, super easy, just down, down, up. We do a down on beat 3 and a down up on beat 4. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, down, down, up. And when we put the whole thing together with some counting, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, root, down, down, up. And if that's giving you trouble, my best advice would be to first of all get used to moving your arm down and up as you count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's going down on the numbers, up on the ands. And then it's just a matter of lining up the strokes, hitting the guitar when you need to. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if this stuff confuses you, I do recommend checking out my free ebook or my premium beginners course. That'll definitely get your rhythm built up and get it so that something like this would be an easy strumming pattern, because this is a relatively easy strumming pattern compared to some of the other ones that are out there. Anyways, take your time with it, work it out over each chord shape, just practice this a bit, and when you're ready, we're going to combine the chords and the strumming pattern, starting off on E, just like before. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. That's the whole tune. You just play that progression over and over again. And if all you want to do is sing along with it, we're done. But if you want to learn that little bit, we're going to take care of that right now. First, we got to talk about whether you're using a pick or whether you're using your fingers. If you're using a pick, we're going to be plucking the low note with our pick while we use like our middle finger or our ring finger to pluck the higher note. Like that. If you're using your fingers, just use your thumb on the lower note, use your first finger on the higher note. Really easy, just kind of squeeze them together. And if fingerstyle is something that you want to get into, I'm making a course for that right now. It's not out yet, but if you want to know when it comes out, there's a little sign up thing down below that you can click on, and I'll let you know like the day it comes out. Anyways, let's figure this thing out. It's super duper simple. It's just 2 notes at a time. So our first 2 notes are the thickest string, open, plus the first fret of the G string. And that's just from like the E chord. So we're just plucking 2 notes out of it. So we're going to pluck the low note and the high note at the same time. 2 times. 1, 2. That's it. 1, 2. And now I'm going to slide my finger up 1 fret to the 2nd fret of the G string. And I'm going to add my middle finger to the 3rd fret of the thickest string. And I'm going to pluck both of those strings 2 times. Now I'm going to remove my middle finger. I'm going to pluck the open D string and then that same 2nd fret 2 times. And then I'm going to put my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string this time and pluck both of those strings twice. Let's just practice going through this thing just super duper slowly. I'll show you the whole tab. You can work it out yourself. If you're not ready to play along yet, just pause it and just go for it. But this is like the easiest fingerstyle thing that I've seen in recent times. So let's just try it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would incorporate that into the tune just at the very beginning, just as a little intro while you're waiting for your audience there to quiet down. You know, just play that a few times, and then when you're ready, you can even start singing a little bit. And then start doing the strumming when the rap comes in. Anyways, that was a really simple one. You know, there's not too much to it. I recommend just going through it slowly. If any of the things are giving you trouble, don't forget to check out my free ebook. Otherwise, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.